Hi, everyone. Teresa Aker from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. It's my pleasure today to introduce you to Nicole Butler Vegas. How you doing, Nicole?
Thank you. Happy to be here. I just want to say thank you for connecting with me through social media. Thank you.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Social media get you connected to who you need to, and I like helping other people and promoting them. I reached out to you, and you were very gracious to come on my show today.
Yeah, just good things to talk about, share, connect with others. I think connecting with each other, we know it's really important to support each other, especially in social media platforms. Whatever you need from me, I'll make sure that I can help you out as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time with me today.
My pleasure, Nicole. I want to do a quick biography about you, and then we're going to come back, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely. Nicole actually was in the military in the Air Force. So thank you for your service, Nicole. I want to say that first off. Most important to let you know it matters. Okay. And then I'm going to read your biography. So Nicole was the host interviewer at talk show host Nicole Vegas Views, movie at actress, commercials, producer, film life, and works at volunteer community server, world helper at community server. Now, from there, I wanted to reach out to you because I like to talk to people with different backgrounds and the successes that they're having and anything that they had gone through to get to the success they're at today so that other people can, if Nicole can do it, so can I. So that's really what Success Diaries is all about, Nicole.
Great, thank you.
So let's go back to the beginning, how it all got started. I know you're an actress and a talk show host, so let's talk about that.
So I started 4 years ago, and some changes in February of 2021. I got connected with this Julie Goldman casting. They cast me for the first pilot series of The Cleaning Lady with a Taft Hartley. I didn't know what anything meant. From there on, I went into acting coaches, a lot of that, and stunts training. And then I wanted to learn with interviewing and doing the red carpets. There's a lot of layers to this industry, and there's a lot of people that can have misguidance, a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I think that was the hardest for me was the first 2 years trying to figure out and navigate through what was legit and what wasn't. You have to have a good mindset. Yes, there will be some setbacks and long days, and this industry can be very consuming, yet rewarding if you can fully complete something. If anybody needs to reach out in any of that aspect, I only know the casting director out here in Las Vegas. I'm sure there's ones in many area. I think a lot of people should have the opportunity to try something new. 4 years into it, I just finished my third feature film as a main producer, working with Sean C. Phillips and Ethan Phillips. Yeah, it's like horror comedy. It's not for everybody. I have to share this really quick. It's not for everybody, but it is out on platforms, Gravitas Ventures, and it was a lot of work. It's an
What?
independent film.
I'm getting
It's
a
a
little
lot of
glare there, Nicole. Just tell me what it says on the front there.
Desert Fiends.
There you go. I couldn't see it. There you go. I got it
Yeah.
now.
So that's what it is. And it had Tom Arnold in it, Scout Taylor
Oh,
Compton, Robert Lazardo. You can always check on the IMBD to see if something's legit. But we just finished our sequel out in the desert for 2 weeks straight. And it's rewarding, but there's a lot of moving parts. I suggest for everybody not just to be in front of the camera, but be behind the scenes. Learn different positions with, I'm not gifted with writing. It could be a director or AD, second AD, grip, lighting. If you just want to be in front, then you're going to have to really market yourself in the beginning because no one's going to know anybody. Unless you make it into a hit TV series or maybe a movie that's a big SAG set, which is very hard to do unless you become SAG. There's a lot of different layers, and I'm trying to fit it into the meat and potatoes of everything. I think you have to have the drive, and I think a good work ethic background, and I think it's a team effort. I think a lot of people some of the ones that are in it are just for themselves. And I don't think that's going to go far. I think you really have to step up and help out and show that you are credible. A lot of people are like, what can you do for me? That kind of attitude.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah, they do that. And then there's other people that they really do step up and they show they have passion just like you and the drive and the charisma. And you can really build a huge team of devoted, almost like film family they become. There's a lot that goes into this. I don't know where to start. I'm like all over the place. But we are going to be I know it's like horror comedy. And I've been on other films too. I want to give a shout out. The Mahal brothers, Michael and Sonny Mahal. I got to be on Alien Horde with Brandon Slagle, the director. that should be coming out next year, and that's sci-fi. There's something else, a toy maker in Texas with Evan Allen. I just want to give a shout out to him. He cast me. Very creative. I like fun. I like working as a team, but the reason I started was for the nonprofits. So I volunteer a lot as much as I can. So when I come across somebody that needs a help, I can redirect them to the resources. I think that's really important to build a platform. I didn't know how hard it was to build a platform in showbiz. It's like very 24/7, as you're just sharing with me that you do a lot of interviews a day.
I do.
And that takes a lot of time.
Nicole, thank you. And what you gave us is a broad sense of it. And I will say, no, it's very true. I'm all about supporting people too, and you're helping each other. I had a few film directors on. Emmett Laverty, it comes to mind. He's from California. He just did another movie and he came on and we had a great interview and he brought his director on actually in the second movie. And we had, Lisa is her name. We had a real nice talk about all of that. And the same thing, he networks and we help each other. And he brought on another wonderful lady. She had written a book and I was looking for a specific category and he referred her over to me. So you're right, Nicole, it's a network of people trying to all help each other. And it's interesting that it's a horror movie because that's what he does, the horror side too. So we'll connect you with him too.
Can you plug it? What's his title? What's his
So
movie? I'm at Laverty. Okay, I'm writing it down. Yes.
and you'll actually see him on my show.
All right.
Okay, and he's a film director and just amazing. He just without a name was the film that he just had put up here. And honestly, What Now Mama, he just did with another director, Lisa, and McNeil is her name. So the two of them did that movie together. And he was just on my show. So certainly take a look at that episode. And it's all about networking, connecting. But you said something else because we actually talked about this, Emmett and I joke with him, I'm the chief cook and bottle washer, and so is he, because I do my own editing, I do my own show, I do what I have to do here, because we're all trying to make it however we can. But the thing for me is I'm helping other people grow. It's not about me, it's about you, Nicole. So when he was talking to me, he said the same thing. He does his own directing. Sometimes he's the actor. Sometimes he does the writing. It just depends. And you mentioned you have to do more than just being in front of the camera so that if you can get in there and help other people, now you have more talent behind you. Would that make sense?
So it's wearing many hats and being an
Yeah.
asset. So something might happen and some area falls short. If you're able to step up in that area and be experienced or be able to make it run smoother, you're an asset. I call people that show up gold. There's a lot of different, like I said, positions to learn and a lot of different hats to wear, especially when you're doing independent filmmaking. Your budgets are usually smaller. I think we raised about 200,000. It's a very small budget. You got to show that you can put the work out there, something you're going to be completed. That it's a team. And I think what makes it hard is you might do an interview and then they don't share anything. They don't help market it. I
Right.
think each person that's part of something should be able to put it out there, share it, tag people, share it on different groups. It's a team effort.
It truly is. And I see the effort that people put into it. That's why I reached out to you, Nicole, because you're really trying. You're out there, you're networking, you're saying, okay, I'm here, I'm present, I'm doing what I have to do. And when I saw you, I thought, that's the person I want on my show. You're the person who deserves to be promoted, and you're trying to help other people. Plus, I love the fact that you're a volunteer and you're doing things outside for the community. And I'm all about that as well, Nicole.
So it's a community connecting. It's a noisemaker. It's someone that can think outside the box. Yes, we have it here, but what can we do to put it out more? There's a lot of it and it takes many hours. So when you're editing, you're taking hours. It takes a long time. People don't know though. They just see it presented and anybody that has done the work, they will know and give credit where it's due because it can be very tedious. It could be 16 plus hour days. There's been on sets like that. Some of the conditions can be harsh, the weather, especially you can't control Mother Nature. You could book out this film months ahead of time and there could be floods and snow and rattlesnakes if it's too hot in the desert. It's one of those things.
Not to
Like,
mention technology breakdowns.
oh yeah, that happens too. I don't even know. That's a fire I can't put out because I am technology challenged. So I have a 24-year-old that's in the Marines. just came back from a 6-month deployment, and he got to help me on set, but I didn't get to spend time with him. I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
I just said it. I need to spend time with my son Kyle. And there's a sacrifice of commitment. And I did learn for every yes, you say no to something else for you. So
that's
be
right.
very careful who you say yes to, and make sure that they're doing the work. Do the Google people. Does something pop up? Can you show that they fully complete a feature film? I see a lot of people that are wanting to do a film, and I give them kudos. The thing is, though, they haven't done enough work. I don't know. I'm not going to invest anything that if someone hasn't done the feature film yet themselves, I don't care how bad it's put together. Show me you can do one, and I'll back you.
So I want to mention too to Kyle, thank him for his service. That's so important.
I gotta say, I love you, Kyle. That's my firstborn. Sorry.
There you
He's
go, Mama's here. You can say whoever you want on the show.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll get to see him in July. Hopefully, we're gonna do the Disney VIP experience.
Oh, oh, is that right?
We're gonna get one of those cast members and yeah, do the cutting the line. I know I did it only once before, and it's definitely different when you see everybody watch you from that
Oh,
line. It's a long line ever. I was like, told my kids, I go, don't look over there, just look straight. We got this. But no, we love Disney, and we love. So far, I now am understanding the process of feature films and everything, and the creativity and the team effort. With the first 4 years, first 2 years, it's been 4 years in, very confusing. I really didn't know the direction. I didn't have enough experience. I didn't have too many people saying, oh, here, I'll help you. So I always try to share like good information for people to look out for, because you do have to be careful. There's a lot of people saying, I'm this and I'm that. And then you look at, there's nothing. Oh, I'm working on it. I go, well, you're working on it, but you're not there. So you can't take those titles or credibility until you can fully complete something. I think a lot of people don't realize it takes a long time to even make a dent in the showbiz. There's a lot of people in it, but there's a lot of areas to learn, which I like. Even though it goes into the unknown, like I was saying, until you make it known, it is a little bit, it can be intimidating and scary and lonely too, because you don't really know what your
mhm.
niche is, and you don't really know the people yet. But there's been some people that I get to connect to that they've been in it 30 years. I can't even complain to them about anything. I'm just like, oh, this is long. Like, yeah, that's about right. It's oh, okay. Because you don't know until you're going through the thick of things. And then when you do finish something, I know I got my water. Yeah, I gotta have my tea here. I had a friend give me this cup. She
Oh, I
couldn't
love it.
it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's motivating.
It's beautiful. I love it. Nicole, so you've come this far. It's been 4 years. What are you working on today? Tell us what you're doing today. What are your projects?
So the only thing I have to do right now is go to it's a cannery, because it's a cannery theaters. I have to book a red carpet event that we're gonna have, I guess, in January for it's called Skate to Hell. I know it's a horror comedy. It's with Sean C. Phillips and Ethan Phillips. And I want to lock that in because we got invited. His name is Bill Philpott, Days of the Dead. See, it's a convention, horror community. He's letting us be on the panel for Desert Fiends with our mutants. And I feel very grateful because it's a huge stepping stone to be able to get showcased. And a lot of people don't know us. So they're like, who are they? I was like, I
Yeah.
know. Wait, who are these mutants? And what are we trying to do here? But I think I love showcasing talent and then connect them to other people or their fan base or job opportunities. Like I said, there's people that write books. Luciano Hollowing in New York. He's from New York City. I met him. He works at the museum there. That night of the museum it was filmed. I
Yeah,
forget the.
oh yes, absolutely. I know that.
I know. I'd love to connect you to. He is fantastic. He always sends me goodies though. From the New York deli bakery cannoli cake. I'm like, please stop.
Ooh,
Please stop sending me that. 'Cause no control. No
I'm
control.
in.
Yeah, I know. But
Let's not get upset, Nicole. We're good.
yeah, and I have a friend, Mindy Daughtry. She's a military veteran herself, and she just wrote a couple books herself.
Okay.
Different people, very talented. I am not a book writer, like Dr. Seuss book writer, maybe. Just that's not me. But I love the people that can really share through storytelling, either as an actor's actor or through writings. I think it's beautiful. I love that it connects so many people globally together. So that part is where it's at, I think, for me. I like that connection and I'm hungry to learn more and do more and share more. So that's what keeps me going.
That's great. And I'm all about promoting. So if you have people that you'd like to have promoted on here, 100%, I will in the show notes put down everybody that you've mentioned. If you'd like to send that to me, I'll make sure they're in here. And as I said, anyone you'd like to be promoted, I'm happy to do that. I'm all
Oh,
about that because your community, I have young artists coming up that are musicians and comedians, and they may not always be able to do their show on here, but I promote them. And then the shows they're doing, I put on here so that people can see and go and take a look. So anybody there you think might be on the show, I'm happy to do that for them, Nicole.
it's all walks of life that is really amazing to connect to, very inspiring, the motivation, the struggles they went through to get to the point to heal and connect with other people, to say, hey, I can relate, or they can relate to you. And they're like, wow, how did you do this? I go, my climbing up the mountain works my way, might not work for you, but you can give it a try. We all have to figure out our way of how we climb up those mountains. And I think it's a mindset. And yeah, we have a lot of feelings because we're not robots, I tell people. So, especially in showbiz, you can feel these extra emotions. Like, what is being in the military background, talking like this is how I was, to all these emotions. They're making me, they have all these emotions and I'm not sure how to handle a lot of the time. And I'm like, wow, this is something, and it's okay to feel and really feel those emotions, go through them, but don't harbor in the ones that are negative. You're going to have to find a way to navigate making the best decision. Don't dig yourself in a deeper hole because we all fall in holes. Find ways to get out, people that can help you, motivate you, get you back on track so you're not so stuck in your head at times. There's a lot of good. And I just happy to be here today. So that's a plus already.
You're a wonderful person. What I was thinking as you were doing it, there must be a lot of rejection in this field, and it must be very difficult at times for young people coming up or artists coming young, doesn't matter what age. If you're starting out, there must be, and it does take endurance and it does take a plan and a community to help people grow through that. So well done, because your military background gives you that chance to compartmentalize and say, okay, this is what we have to do. This is where I put my emotions, as you say, put it together and then just keep moving forward. I do motivational speaking, Nicole. You may or may not know that. And I talk about that very thing, no matter what field you're in, you've really got to center yourself, do the work, do the inside work so that when you're up against those roadblocks, you can keep going.
It is a mindset, and it's short term for the long term. So military help, but law enforcement, when I was a cop in North Las Vegas, I only did it short term for a year, contain, control, communicate, really just take a step out and reevaluate what's going on internally. Is it me, or is it a mixture of both? I feel a lot of people don't realize the different avenues of approach to what you're doing. I don't know so much about rejection, but it's more of getting misled with people in
Yeah.
showbiz. I didn't put myself out there too much. Usually I say yes to people I gotten to know, or I know like the casting director, Julie Goldman's legit, David Anthony
Yeah.
Prada. But the rest, I'm like, we're gonna have to take time to get to know each other. I am not jumping on board something that I'm not fully trustworthy of.
Sure.
It takes a while, and I feel that go through it, go through the thick of it. Okay, I'm going through this. All right. And those emotions, they dissipate. It's not like it lasts forever. There's things where people would come to me and be like, this person never said sorry. I'm still upset. I said, they might never. You might never. So you have to acknowledge that some people will never be sorry, and you have to be okay with it to move on. And you have to, my sister-in-law, her name's Melissa, not Billy Butler, and she will say lovingly detach. Great advice.
Oh,
She
yeah.
lovingly detach. And there's different methods and different ways for everybody. And I think if they get enough insight, and then they want to put the work in though. You can open the door. They have to be able to want to walk through it and do the work. You can only do so much for other people. If people are in too much of a serious situation, you have to be careful and protect yourself too, because they will pull you down before you pull them up. So really assess the situations at hand. There's a lot to take a step back and really careful just to jump right in things. Sometimes things are too good to be true because I'm like, oh yeah. And then it can be. So just really take a step back and fully assess. And then little by little, ask questions, follow up, follow through, make sure what they're saying is legit. It's important. And then just build from there and learn all those different areas you want to learn in life. And I started at 41, I'm 45 now into showbiz. I started in my 40s.
You look like you're in your 20s. I'm like, what?
Impossible
What?
to
You
be.
look amazing. Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness. I'm
Good
like, what?
makeup today. But at any age, so I don't want people saying they can make excuses. There's a lot of people done with less that made it further.
Oh,
They didn't let their excuses stop them. They turned it into a challenge to overcome and they went with it. So when people are like, I'm to this, I'm to that, we're all to everything. So it's really letting go and just going forward with whatever it is and learning as much as you can with a purpose and a plan. You have to have a purpose and a plan. And maybe not come to you right away because you're figuring it out and you put yourself in this new area and you're like, oh, what am I getting myself into? It's welcome to the jungle. I was like, what
Yeah.
is this? Where are these people? Little by little, find something that's inspiring, that's meaningful, and then you go with it. It might, when you go, like when I went to showbiz, that took for me doing a lot of the nonprofits and volunteering because it was very consuming, very long hours. It's a lot of work. If you're working a full-time job and doing it, good luck. Because I was barely making that one. It's almost like a full-time job within itself.
You've given us amazing insight, and you've given so much of yourself to tell people when you get started, what you have to do, the pitfalls you have to look for. Thank you for all of that for our viewers. I wanted to ask you, Nicole, what is your plan for the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself going here, my friend?
Not going crazy. No, no,
Other than going
she's
crazy.
in this showbiz. I'm like, really? Mine is just, I think, having that platform so it can come full circle. So when we do the red carpets and we have enough people, we can actually showcase some nonprofits too. So that's my goal. Very close to it now. Finishing these films that I worked on with Sean C. Phillips and Ethan Phillips.
Okay.
Challenge myself in other areas. I became SAG in September. Maybe apply for jobs, acting gigs and stuff. I think it's Actors Access. I've never done that before. I've always waited for things to come to me and just keep showing up, doing the hard work and having credibility. I think that's really important. And staying away from anything that's a distraction. No nonsense. And there'll be plenty of that. There's a lot of snoozy woozy. I'm not that way. Wish I not that way. I'm like, try. I'm like, I can't do it. I try so hard, but we all have our own mannerisms. But I think the most important part is to connect other people and hopefully inspire them to keep going. Or if maybe there's too many roadblocks, maybe that's not for you. Maybe there's a reason it's pushing you out of that area to be into a different area that you're supposed to be in. So don't fight it. Sometimes people don't know when. It's not quitting, it's just redirecting yourself into something that maybe isn't meant to be for you more. So when they're having these roadblocks, and there's a lot of them, and they're just fighting it and they're resisting, I was like, my son had some things, and I was like, it's pushing you into something that you're supposed to be in. I don't think you're meant to be in this area this long. It's too many roadblocks. So take notice. Also, there'll be people in passing, random people that will just say something out loud, like a comment or something. And I'm like, oh, listen to these voices that all of a sudden come to you like that at a grocery store and they say something. I'm like, oh, I never thought of that. Listen to, I don't know what you want to call it, but these little tokens. Pay attention to what other people are saying, and maybe certain areas you grow into and you accept and learn to take compliments. That's sometimes hard for a lot of people.
Sure, I understand that.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot. So it's just getting in there, actually show up, say yes, show up and learn, do the work.
Now, Nicole, you mentioned nonprofit, you mentioned voluntary work. What can we do to support you here on that? Is there any organizations you like to
It's
forward?
really, I like the Just One Project. I like Project for Humanities. I like 3 Square Meal. St. Jude's has one. I only went once a long time ago for them, though. They have a big organization. Shade Tree is really important for battered women, and they have kids 18 and under, and they have birthday. There's a lot. So it's really, if someone's struggling, I would suggest for them, they can go to the library. I think it's free. And they could type in nonprofits and see the resources in their area. There's ones that are helping hands for anybody 65 or over to get free groceries delivered once a week.
Oh,
There's a
nice.
lot of resources. They have medical and dental. You just have to housing. They have a veterans housing with Arnold Stark. I might have said his name. There's just different areas. So if you come across somebody, be like, and I know a lot of people would rather hit the streets than be in shelters or group homes. Sometimes it's not that it could be toxic there too. So it's really power in numbers. Instead of people throwing out all their stuff in the garbage, find out if anybody wants it to donate it to a nonprofit, even at hospitals with toys or safe haven for children. There's endless possibilities. So that part's pretty cool to me.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Nicole. And when we do the show notes, I'll make sure we get some of that information from you and we can add it on here as well. Nicole, you're a wonderful person. I truly, first, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all your advice for everyone because it isn't easy to break into these industries. But you've done a great job. And I'm so looking forward to seeing your shows, your movies, everything that you're doing forward. And if there's anything else we could do to help you, I want you to reach out because I definitely want to do that. I have one more question for you, Nicole. Would you come back and do another episode down the road so we can catch up to you and see how you're doing?
Absolutely. Maybe I could bring the director or some of the talents on so you
I'm
can.
happy to have them on, Nicole. Honestly, we'll connect. You send them my way. I'm happy to have them on the show and do whatever I can do to promote you and your community.
Woo! Sorry. Feels very good because I know you're very sincere and you do care. I could see it, I could feel it, and I just want to say thank you.
I feel like I've known you forever, Nicole. You're my new friend.
Right? Anything you need here too. I'm in Las Vegas. I've been out here for 21 years. Let me know what I can connect you to too. So maybe I can't personally help, but maybe I know somebody that can help you in whatever field you're wanting to connect
Sure.
with. Yeah.
Thank you. It all goes around. I know that, my friend, and I know you mean that as well. You have a big heart. I truly thank you today. You're a beautiful lady, and I know you're going places and whatever we could do to support you. Okay, Nicole?
I hope I don't get lost going to them, but yes, thank you.
So everyone, this is Nicole Butler. I want you all to take a look at Nicole Butler Vegas and take a look at her movies. I'm going to have it all in the show notes. You're going to be able to connect with her. And if for any reason you can't, just let me know and I'll make sure that she hears from you. To everyone else, this is Teresa Aker from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. I hope you're all having a great day. Do subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate that. Have a great day and I look forward to talking to you all very soon. Bye-bye now.